welcome to Team Glasspire's Let's Play of Baldur's Gate. Subtitle to be decided later.
You did let me in, right? Okay.
Yeah, that would be, this is my, co-star, Narava. I am Avian Overlord. I will be your main character.
I'm needing some permissions.
Yes, you will be getting your permissions right now.
Okay.
Now, since I was so rudely interrupted, I am Avian Overlord.
I'm not really interrupting all the time.
I am Avian Overlord, and I will be your main character for the evening.
And I'm Narava. I'm the other person talking right now.
Yes. He will also be creating a character and following me around like the dutiful serving me. I can't even get that. I can't even say that out loud.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. We will try to keep horrible atrocities to a minimum.
Emphasis on try. Now, this character is
because while he's trying to roll up a 90 character with a decent scores, I'm going to pull up two of my old characters and get to work on creating Belcar Bitterleaf.
Who, you may be familiar, we are asserting no ownership over this, just so you know. We are not going to do this in any sort of meaningful plot role other than cameos, so, please don't sue us, Mr. Burlew.
Well, I'm sure he would be understanding.
I certainly hope so, although he is, rather insistent about these matters. So, anyway, I'm going to create my character. I'm going to be a man, because I'm a man. And I am choosing to be a man because of what I just said.
We don't really need to hear your explanation for why you're choosing to be a male character. It's a video game. The odds are like 50-50. Good
point. So if anyone from like Tumblr or anything comes by, I flipped a coin. So lots of character portraits. As you can see from how I'm scrolling by them. I think I might be this guy. I think he's like a manic depressive in the actual game, but he's the portrait I've traditionally chosen, so that's what we're gonna do. We're going to be a human because we're boring. As you can see, they are the primary race in Faerun.
That died fast. You're not allowed to be a halfling ranger.
Right. Pre-3rd edition class restrictions. This is based on.
That's no fun anymore.
This game is based on D&D, in case you didn't know. Let's see. They're the most social and tolerant of races, excepting perhaps the halflings. Huh. Wonder what that says about everyone else. They may advance as any class. They can dual class, they may not multi-class because crazy 2nd edition multi-classing rules.
Because don't even try.
And we rule everything.
Unless you're going to be a rogue wizard, in which case the game loves you.
Yeah, I think it's like absurdly powerful, but I have no idea how it works, so we're gonna give it a miss. But yes, they rule everything and are cool, so we're gonna be a human. We're going to be a mage. And better yet, we're going to be a wild mage because, well,
who doesn't like random effects happening and potentially wiping out the entire party?
No one does.
For all of our money while we're not looking.
It can do that?
Yes.
Sweet.
They can also give the target a random treasure.
Also sweet.
Along with 98 other things.
Cool. So wild mages, as you can see, are wizards who specialize in the study of wild magic.
Which is to say, doing random things.
Yes.
While using perfectly normal magic.
Yes. It does not involve stripping naked, running around in the wild, putting, I don't know, feathers in your hair or whatever else wild magic might make you think of.
That's druids.
Yeah, and who cares about them? They're a bunch of hippies anyway. Let's see, they are a the time of troubles, which is a time of bad things happening, as you probably surmised, noble audience. So, 1 in 20 chance of random weird stuff happening every time I cast a spell, and I will be doing that a lot.
There's also a spell that lets you cast any of your spells with a 100% chance instead.
Yes, just in case you feel like, you know, being able to cray-cray.
Having more spell flexibility.
Yeah!
This is technically their forte.
Yes.
Needless to say, randomly turning yourself blue is a little strange, but it's not as detrimental as some of the other things like randomly fireballing yourself, or dropping a cow on yourself.
We're going to be chaotic good, because it'll be a funny character dynamic, with Eric's, Narava's lawful good. Well, that lasted a long time, didn't it?
Yeah, that really didn't last long.
Just for you.
I think we have managed to keep our names unmentioned for an entire 5 minutes.
Indeed! They don't know mine.
Yeah, you're right, they don't know yours yet, Will.
That is not technically my name, so... Anyway, chaotic...
I couldn't give your full name, that would just be weird.
Yes, it would be, please don't. Anyway, chaotic good, you're good in chaos, and... I mean, come on. We're a character whose shtick is doing random things. How can I not be chaotic? And the game just assumes you're good anyway, so... Yeah, we're gonna be chaotic good. You know, screw the man. And now we're going to roll. How high did you say this should be?
90 total.
Good to know. Roll!
Because I've been told that anything under that you will probably die very, very quickly.
And that's bad. Especially for me.
Since you have literally 4 hit points. Yes.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be unpleasant. Roll! 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 Roll!
This may go on for a while.
Roll! 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 Roll your boat gently down the stream!
This is the bit where he rolls a 100 and skips over it.
Merrily, 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 life is such a... Oh god, make it stop now! You know, I honestly don't see the point of random generation if you're just gonna let them re-roll an infinite number of times.
You can also keep a roll.
Oh
which completely discourages anything like fair play.
If the game wanted me to play fair, it shouldn't have made me unraisable.
Right, you spontaneously burst into flame when you die, and turn to ash and blow away.
So I should probably emphasize Constitution.
Possibly, or you know, keeping your distance.
Yes, that would be good too.
And being careful with area of effect spells.
That would also be good, but, I mean, come on. I'm also gonna kill you, so you can just come back.
This is why I'm a paladin, because I have a very large pool of health.
Yes, pools of health are good. Look, I'm just going to store at 84 for now.
Okay.
Now, since I am going to be nice to our noble audience and not make them sit through me hitting the reroll button 10 bajillion times, I'm just going to go with 84.
And okay.
Let's see.
Then I won't have time to make Rob Redblade.
You can do that. I'm going to be adjusting and picking spells and everything, so.
Right.
Rob Redblade, that's good. And from
it's also from the Order of the Stick comic, but it only appears in one panel.
Yes, and he doesn't actually exist. Please don't sue us, Rich Burlew.
I wonder how often we'll be saying that when people realize that every single character I've made, except for 2, is a reference to something. Or the direct name and character type of.
Yes, maybe you shouldn't admit that in a public broadcast, Eric. Let's see, who needs wisdom?
You know,
I fear the answer to that question.
people who, you know, want things, little things like common sense and eyesight.
I have you around. And let's see. I am above average in everything except wisdom, which is nice.
And I am above average in everything.
Yeah. And you know what? So am I. 10 is the average.
At least I'm not min-maxing.
True. Min-maxing would be bad. Min-maxing, for those in our audience who don't know what that means, is when you make some stats absurdly low and some very, very high from the points you saved. As you can see, I can adjust my score like that if I wanted to. I could take it all the way points away from there and make this absurdly high, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, maybe I am a little, but the important thing is that I am not ridiculous. Okay, hold on, kidding. So these are the different scores for those following along at home. Strength, which is how strong you are. You can read it over there. Dexterity, how good you are getting out of the way. Constitution, how good you are when you don't get out of the way. Intelligence.
I wasn't aware you could do this on character creation.
Oh god. Intelligence. Oh god, I'm going to learn what he's laughing about. And it's going to be terrifying. Intelligence, how smart you are and how good you are at using wizard magic. That is very high.
As he's a wizard, he hopefully has a good stat in that, though I can't see that.
Yes, he cannot see this, but it's at the max. It's 18 because originally these scores were rolled on free 6-sided dice. Wisdom, character's enlightenment, judgment, and common sense.
Oh, he needs none.
You're not going to be seeing much of that in this Let's Play. Just putting
That's
it
what
out
Noir
there.
is for. That's what my character is for, mainly.
Yes. It's also good
that
for...
and being a party leader because he's got high charisma.
Yes. As you can see, I also have decent charisma. Charisma is how much people like you. It is not actually prettiness, despite what some people will tell you. As you can see,
it can be, though.
Yes, it is persuasiveness, personal magnetism, and ability to lead. It is good for buying things.
And getting people to and there are actually some other things it helps with.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like quest rewards.
Ah, yes, that makes sense. And we always want to be rewarded for our quests. Otherwise, we will only have done them for your amusement. Now, proficiency.
And this is an RPG. We do everything for loot.
And experience. Can't forget the experience.
Yes.
Proficient. These are...
Say, do you know if Bard songs stack?
I doubt it.
Darn. Okay.
I think they would have figured out that otherwise you could have a band instead of an adventuring party. But these are...
You have a band of adventurers, then.
It's decent. These are all the different weapons in the game. As you can see, wizards can only use a few of them.
He's going to probably be using a quarterstaff because that's what most mages use, because those are the things that give you that can cast spells and such.
Yes.
Once you get the really good magic ones.
Yes. I could also have a dagger, which are... well, you know what those are. A dart, which... good for impressing people in bars, but that's really not that big a part of the game. And a sling, which you hit things with. I will probably want to get dart or sling at a later point.
Yeah, probably.
And now we have...
once you, aren't a good mage.
And we all run out of them. And we want spells. We want sleep. This is old school D&D. Sleep is absurdly
You don't
overpowered.
want sleep. You don't need sleep.
Give me, it's great.
You'll see. You don't need sleep.
I have seen. Sleep is awesome. Magic missile. For, you know,
And
blasting
you're definitely going
things.
to want your unique spell.
Yeah, you get that for free.
No, you have to pick it. I think.
Oh, yes, you do.
You're going to want that.
Okay, so my spells for now are Magic Missile, Nahal's Reckless Dwemer, which is my Wild Mage spell.
Which lets him cast any spell he knows.
So it lets me cast Magic Missile or Sleep. At this point. Just you
I
wait,
think that's
people.
more impressive later.
Yes, just you wait, people. Soon I will be casting spells like, Identify using my Reckless Dwemer.
You know, you should probably have taken Identify instead of Sleep or Magic Missile. Because
Yeah.
I know you pick up Magic Missile very early in Scroll 4.
Oh yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna take Sleep, Identify, and Reckless Dwemer.
And Identify is useful because it saves you like 100 gold on magic item.
Yes, and
Unless your character is a genius, in which case they have a chance of identifying things on their own.
yes, which I am, but it's still nice to be sure. So
Yes.
Sleep makes things fall asleep in an area. It'll be very useful in the early game. Identify.
Yes, it will allow the Nalavas to butcher things.
Yes. Wait. There was a plural there.
You heard nothing.
Oh god. Can we just limit it to one paladin? One of you?
No.
One of you is more than enough, trust me.
No. Come on, a large group of fighters that can heal is a very useful for survivability.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. Ah, you didn't hear that.
What did you just do?
Went back when I wasn't supposed to.
Did you erase your stats?
Just my spells.
Oh, that's not bad.
So we're gonna take this one twice because it's useful in doing random things.
Ah, yes, that's basically the spell that wild mages use.
Yes. Now I need to decide on an appearance. Now,
How
as
about black and blue?
I was thinking I'd go for purple and cyan, perhaps.
Yeah, that works too.
A color people might identify from, We are gonna put the intro sequence in, right?
Probably, yeah.
That's good.
If it's not in there, that's because it doesn't work.
But anyway, I have a logo that is purple and cyan. To explain that.
And mine is gold and red.
Yes.
And silver, but, well, everything. There's enough silver there's enough steel-colored stuff in this game that I don't need that to be part of my character.
Yes. Sound!
Onward!
Yeah, it's terrible.
Death to
This
you
is the bit where he
all.
picks an atrocious voice for his character.
Your life ends here.
Weird accent.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
There are debatably a few good ones.
Decent accent.
You got this coming!
Really, really angry.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Decent accent.
Wasn't there a Madman one?
That's 4.
Get over here. Right then.
Knew there was.
Charge.
Let's try these again.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble. Ha ha! I'll lead 'em well.
Is that Cockney? I can't tell.
I don't know.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
So we have a mad wizard,
I am the obvious choice.
because they're all mad.
Oh, we're all mad here in Narava.
And a completely unreasonable number of paladins.
Oh god, I have a sudden premonition.
What?
We're going to have a discussion when I finish this. One that will probably not be put on air.
How tedious all this becomes.
Yeah, it's boring.
Get over here. Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
Yeah, let's go for weird lower class accent.
Okay. And this is the bit where he finds out exactly what rules the character arbitration screen has.
Oh god. So there's our guy, Auric Gorian's son. I have a dramatic thing to add to the end, but we won't learn about that for a while, so we're going to pretend we don't know. Fortunately, he wasn't listening.
Yep, I definitely was not listening to the thing about the dramatic thing at the end that we're not going to mention.
Yup! And that is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Right, you were about 2 steps from having your permissions taken away. See? Threats always work.
No, I just wanted to see how you reacted to that one.
You know, given how much of this game's appeal is in the NPCs, we should probably just, you know, recruit people as we go.
True. Alright, ready?
Ahem, I am waiting for you to remove the rest of your people. I'm going to
What
end...
do you mean?
I'm going to end the recording here.
The ones you have control... What do you mean, the ones you have control over?
Yes. Wait. But anyway, we have our temporary party members over here. Me.
The party members to fill us out so we don't get killed in some random ambush by one darn enemy.
Yeah, that'd be kind of boring.
And not to mention embarrassing.
Yeah, yeah. So let us begin!
You have to check the other ones too.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast,
Nicely
the
named.
citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing
Oh, it's
fortress
Farron, not
kept in
Theron.
strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls...
Yeah, my
of
character is
knowledge, your
chaotic.
story
This is going to be
begins.
interesting.
You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls.
It's another reason to be
Under
human.
tutelage
The
of
timeline makes a
sage
lick of
Orion.
sense.
Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold. That of your true heritage. You have
Now's a bit...
been
Well, I'm just gonna look
told
over your
of
character, see...
but your past is largely unknown.
Done, done,
Lately,
done!
Orion has been growing
Decent.
distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible.
As possible for a
Your
man with 11
queries
wisdom
have
and
been
chaotic in a
Your
lawful
sole
town.
comfort is the knowledge
You have 6
that
hit
he is a
points.
wise man.
That's almost
You
as
know
many
he will
as...
tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless,
Hey, that's just as many as my archer.
silence is
Bard.
troubling. You cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong.
Done, done, done!
Gorion has
Congratulations,
achieved
you're
more
just as durable as a
than
bard
you.
with no constitution
And now
modifier.
He has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Well, to the character. Be a pretty boring game if...
Yes.
So
It's
this...
hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Is...
That shouldn't have happened.
Just ignore that.
Simple task.
I should have joined the army.
It's a good thing we are not called upon to defend Candlekeep more often. I have a cousin in Nashkel that sent word of an iron shortage. That should be in bold. That is beginning to cripple their local guards.
This isn't the 90s, I think. Not every RPG bold faces everything important.
True, true.
Done.
Hello, child.
And
Shall
there's...
we continue your lessons?
Wait, there's probably stuff he's going to want to buy.
Yes, those are green people. They are tutorials.
as clean as an elven arse.
Yes, people say that a lot.
It's not technically swearing.
Indeed. You are always the big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. These my monks might be walking about with poles in their nevers, but you know you are always welcome here in my sight. So this is the nice
Good luck
innkeeper.
pronouncing that.
Some drugs, some room to sleep, or anything to buy. Yeah, sure, what do you have? Now, we could get a room, and waste lots and lots of time. Let's see.
You could do this if I wasn't hurriedly running away from the inn as fast as I could.
Indeed. I'm not actually going to do that, obviously. But I already have that. And what the hell, I'm going on a trip. Lots of trouble down in Nashkel. Monsters or some such are said to be killing the workers at the Nashkel mines. And I have no idea what he's doing, because...
I'm completing a quest in an extreme hurry.
Yes, he did that. Patience is not one of Naraba's virtues.
Being good at games is, generally.
Indeed. So, he has been fixing a cow.
Yep. I haven't quite gotten it fixed yet.
As you can see, this is the inventory screen. This is my Faco, Taco.
Greetings, young one.
Taco. I think it's pronounced Thaco.
So Taco, this is a number that goes down as you level up. It's the number you would need to roll on a dice to hit an enemy with perfect defenses.
Hey,
That's not perfect defenses.
Oh yeah, you can go lower, can't you?
You can go substantially lower than negative 10.
Please stop having all my conversations.
Oh, but why ever? Why ever should I? Hmm.
You know, why am I the chaotic one? But anyway.
Because this is lawful. I'm just talking to people I'm supposed to talk to at incredibly inopportune times.
Indeed. You know, I actually would like people to be able to follow the plot.
A simple task.
Eh. The plot gets convoluted quickly. Okay, so that was Imoen.
Imoen. She is
Is
this
the childhood
character's
friend. She's the childhood friend of the main character who happens to be
over
Avian
here.
over there.
Yes. This is Candlekeep, my hometown.
Hello.
And this would be...
Why did you go in there alone? I'm sure you knew you were going to get knifed for no apparent reason at complete random and unexpectedly.
Well, yes, but you have to give, you know, the audience something. What can I do for you? Oh, joy.
Die.
And now it's time to talk about the combat system a little bit.
Yes, no, Mr. Gorianson, I expect you to die.
Indeed. We're going to cast my spell on this guy as...
Oh, joy. This spell.
We're going to see what this does. I have made myself completely incapable of casting magic.
Well, that's not a big deal, since you only had the one spell.
Yeah. So, I managed to beat this guy up pretty easily and take his stuff.
A simple task. Well, of course. Yeah.
Done.
He says.
Done.
It's actually a different message if you're playing single player.
Interesting. Huh. That's actually cool.
Now, I'm going to have the monk follow you around in case you get yourself into trouble again.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Ah, it's nice how my character feels the need to exposit that this is a temple of wisdom.
If you haven't picked that up, it's a temple of wisdom.
Yes.
This is a very sleepy guard who wants me to go get their sword in an unrealistic amount of time. Fortunately, I already have my main character standing over there, so he can go pick up the sword, and it will magically be teleported to the person standing there already.
Yes. Apparently we are all wards of Gorion.
Yes.
And we are all the same person.
Yes.
I should have joined the army.
This will start making vastly more sense once we leave.
Right now, I'm just doing quests in a hurry.
Because I will...
What was
Because
in this building? I don't remember this one.
Your name on it.
Oh.
What did you think was gonna be in there?
I don't know. A different guy who randomly jumps out and tries to kill me?
Oh, really? Yeah. Were you expecting magic?
So, no, Mr. Keldor, I expect you to die. Summary of the entire prologue.
As you can see, he was...
The guy with the sword is substantially better at killing things.
Yes. How simple.
Our rules are very
Oh god, you're starting advanced combat tutorial, please don't.
Okay, I won't.
It takes a rather long time.
Yes. Now, hopefully, once we leave this... Once we leave Candlekeep, Narava will actually let you see dialogue.
It's not like you ever see any of these characters again, in all likelihood. It's the starting area. Those all burn down, or besieged, or both. Or are invaded by monsters, or explode spontaneously into a rift of pure energy. Within about the first 5 minutes of any given game.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything to that. After all...
If I was right, that was a complete accident.
No,
I honestly
actually...
have no idea what happens in this game.
Past the first bit.
Yes.
So,
Which is how I know to, push all the buttons, get all the experience points from the beginning area.
Yes, and now we have all these experience points. So...
It is time for us to go talk to the person in charge.
Yes, we're going to go talk to this character's foster father.
And my character's foster father, and my other character's foster father, and my other character's foster father.
Just don't think about it.
We're all the same character. We're all the same person, except some of us are more delicate than others.
Not going to justify that with a response. But anyway, this can basically just be explained by the tutorial being a little bit weird.
Yes, considering how there are people you can talk to teach you the mechanics, and where are you going?
I honestly have no idea where I need to go. The gates, right?
No, you are... Okay, just follow me, I guess. You should be able to keep up with at least the slow guy in heavy armor.
Thank you. Fear.
If not, the monk who has an increased run speed and gets really annoying to keep track of.
Ah, yes. Right, it's down here. Down at the gates! Oh, yes. Oh, wait, up here.
Yep.
Let me go talk to him.
Oh,
What is it all going to crowd around?
I am glad I have found you.
Yes.
This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It is very important that you pack your possessions so that we may leave Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there is no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable.
What could possibly harm us here? This place is a fortress and guarded beyond measure.
Candlekeep is indeed a formidable obstacle for ne'er-do-wells, but it is not insurmountable. No matter how thick the mesh, at least one mosquito always finds its way through. No, my child, we must leave as soon as possible. For our safety, and for that of our friends here.
Ah, you mean the three people who somehow seem to think are a child? I don't want to be too forward, Gorion, but have you been taking your medication? Because it's just... I know you care about me most of all, but when you treat three other people like they're me, it's rough.
So does everybody else, keep that in mind.
Oh yeah. Maybe it's contagious.
And actually, they will also treat random strangers we pick up along the way as you.
Yes, which is why we're going to try and have me talk. Alas,
Now, alas, I cannot, for I have not truly decided yet. All that is certain is that we will be far safer on the move. Perhaps the woods might offer some secluded security, or perhaps the city of Baldur's Gate would offer cover amidst its teeming throngs of people. I do not know where we shall end up, but I have a few friends here and there. I will think on this.
It's also not
Spoiler
real.
alert, there's a pretty good chance we go to Baldur's Gate, given the name of the game.
Although, given that the rest of the series is named that and we never go there again. In that case, I'm ready to go right now.
Splendid.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make
Did
your
you just
way
hit
to the
him?
friendly arm in. There you
Did
will meet
not.
Khalid and Jahira. They have long
You
been
swung-
my friends.
you swung that stick of yours.
Them.
Also, your hair is glowing. Random colors.
It's because I have a protection from evil spell on me.
Right.
Child.
I can poke
And
you
I
with
can only
those.
get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I'll explain everything as soon as there is time.
Don't worry, I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
At
Wait,
all.
there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare
Elapsed
yourself.
time to ambush, 5 seconds.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
It's a man with a deep voice. We are so beeped!
He also has a
Fools,
large
you
suit of
really
armor.
Trust your benevolence. Step aside, and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm
Said Gandalf the Grey.
feel that way, old man.
Fight scene!
Can't let you do that. Fight scene in which our dashing protagonist courageously runs away.
Actually, this scene works pretty well for a mage. Given that I'm gonna get to do all this stuff when I level up.
You'll mostly be doing that, though.
Dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake
It's
with the
normally
realization
pretty cruel,
that
but
you have not been
this
living
is especially
a
bad.
horrible dream.
Ulrich is not a morning
You
person.
saw Orion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why?
Because you're the main character, of course.
Some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules.
You must
and
be
without
this
Orion's
tall
influence,
to
the
enter.
door will remain closed. You will not last long on
That's why there
your
aren't that
own
many
with your
halflings.
meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorion
Huh.
mentioned. The ones at the friendly arm.
That way, point, point, point.
There is enough stuff pointing us that way that if we do not go that way...
A simple task.
Hey!
You're a queer fellow.
I absolutely refuse to voice act Immerman.
What you want?
I'll beep you. And on that note, we're gonna end.
Yep.